Hello everyone, welcome back. I've been gone for some time, but don't worry about that. Today I got a new video. Today we're going to be covering some tips on digital drawing. So either if you're just starting out, or if you're a seasoned pro, in my opinion the best starting tip you can get is picking the right software. So whether you're drawing on an iPad or or just a regular drawing pad, like digitally, you want to pick a software that you're most comfortable with, and something that doesn't like spam you with ads because it's free. I recommend using a free software because there's a lot of them. I'm sure there's one to your specific liking, but there's just a lot out there. On my iPad, I like to use Sketchbook because it's pretty simple and it's free. And it has all the basic tools you need for digital drawing. Not to mention layers, because if you're using any drawing software and it doesn't have layers, you don't want to use that. It's like a horrible software. It'd be like using MS Paint for your videos and your art. The next tip I can give for you is customizing your workplace. When you're drawing, you want to make sure that you're most efficient and comfortable at the pace you're going at, and you can only do that if you're comfortable with the space that you're working in. So if you ever are ready to start, make sure you have everything set up before you start drawing. Next step is layers are your friends. You want to make sure you have a good understanding of where your layers are before you start drawing. That's why it's a good idea to have an idea of what you're drawing before you start. In this clip, I'm working on a drawing for a project I'm working on with one of my buddies. It'll probably be released like next year. It's probably not for a while, but we're working on some of the posters right now, and as you can see, there's like 5 or 6 layers on it. Because if you're designing something like a poster, you want to make sure that it doesn't just look flat. Like you don't want it to look like an MS Paint drawing because all those ones are flat. You want it to look like you're actually looking at the character, where there's like at least some depth behind it. As you can see on it, the fifths are in front, or I guess I'm technically in front of the character. That's because I have the the layer of his back in front of his fist, so it covers up some of his fist. It's also important to use layers when you're using sketch versus final art, because most of the time if you're drawing like a character or a scenery or whatever, you want to sketch it out first before you do the final drawing, and that really helps with layers. Like layers really help with that. And the best tip you can get out of this entire video is practice regularly. You will not get better overnight. You have to keep drawing. It's like any other skill, like any other trade skill, any learning curve, anything you do, pretty much. Just keep doing it, and you will learn it. And don't just keep doing it. You have to strive for improvement. Like with some of these posters that I'm drawing, there's only 3 of them. This last one, I'm trying to make the best one out of all 3 of them because I want it to be like hard hitting. You know what I'm saying? So, and don't be afraid to experiment either. Like, make some weird shit. Do whatever your heart desires. Don't just draw a fucking sphere and some legs and arms and call it a day. Like, draw a mouth, bro. Draw some eyes. Experiment. Because you can only get better when you're constantly drawing and when you're constantly trying new shit. Because you might find something that either helps you more or makes you more comfortable or just overall improves it and has all that good stuff for your entire drawing, I guess. Another tip I give you is make sure you're exporting in the right files. This has screwed me over so many times. I can't even tell you. Just recording videos too. Like, for example, if you're using OBS, make sure you export the video in MP4 and not MPK. Because if you export MPK, there's only like maybe 2 video softwares you can use to edit MPK videos. Like, for example, CapCut and Adobe, they will not use MPK. They just simply will not use it. So if you do end up exporting MPK, you have to change the video resolution, and it's all fucking mess. It's a lot easier just to export in MP4. Same with images. Like, if you want a transparent background, use PNG. If you're doing like a full portrait, use JPEG, stuff like that. But this is another example of using experimentation when you're exporting your videos or art. That concludes our tips for the day. I hope you have a nice day.